Those cool, breezy mountains with wind rippling through your hair. The roaring oceans with a hint of saltiness on your face. The smell of that first rain after a long dry spell of summer. The tunes of your favorite song making you groove. Small things adding beauty to life. All felt, experienced through our senses, connecting us to this extraordinary universe. What can we do without our five senses? But the magnanimity of the mountains, the infinitude of the ocean, the kaleidoscopic rainbow after the rain, the grace of the dance to those grooving tunes, basically the unbound nature of the creation can be truly experienced only through the eyes. Each and every flavor of life is felt through these windows of the soul, but aren't we taking them for granted? Like we do to everything, to all things small yet immeasurable in life. We are born alone and we have to die alone. And in this interlude, we develop too many attachments to whatever we possess and are resistant to let go even after death. But what if we let go of them and try to be selfless by giving this miracle of sight to the less fortunate, the value of which is priceless for them? Even though the other five senses are equally important, eyesight adds a new dimension to life. Blindness due to corneal diseases is the second leading cause of blindness in most of the developing countries. In India, it is estimated that approximately 6.8 million people have unilateral blindness due to corneal diseases, and around 1 million are blind in both eyes. It is expected that the number of individuals with unilateral corneal blindness in India will increase to 10.6 million by 2020. On the other hand, because of the low utilization rate existing in India, there exists a huge disparity in demand and supply of donor corneas, which is the primary challenge in treatment of corneal blindness in India. Cornea collection in the country as per the NPCB in 2016 to 17 was around 63,000. Tamil Nadu among the states contributed the maximum number of corneas collected. The recent COVID-19 pandemic, which menaced the entire world, has also drastically affected the number of donation. A study done in a hospital in South India found that delay in presentation and acute shortage of donor tissues for emergency keratoplasty resulted in irreversible blindness. The only hope for curing corneal blindness is corneal transplantation, and this entirely depends on voluntary eye donation after a person's death. While some of the major countries in the world follow an opt-out system for eye donation, India still follows an opt-in system where the explicit consent is mandatory before eye donation. Hence, the chances of corneal procurement is largely motivated by a donor's selfless act, but the decision to donate our eyes is most often made by our family members after our death. So remember to pledge as well as convey this wish of yours to your family, since the ultimatum is at their hands. Though most of us show eagerness in donation, there is a dismal donation rate existing in our country. The reason being, at crucial hours of grief, in the height of emotion, donation will naturally always be a secondary thought. That's why, in the need of the hour, there's a strong need for a vision catalyst who will provide the final push for donation, who will sow the seed of donation in the immediate family, who will be passing this miracle of sight to the less fortunate. Of all the senses, sight must be the most delightful, quoted by Helen Keller, the famous blind, deaf and mute author. Without this miracle of sight, one can only wonder and feel the infinite vastness of the roaring ocean and the magnanimous mountains, but will always be a stranger to the experience and essence of it. Let's take a step forward towards this selfless deed, enabling someone to be enthralled by the universe and the glorious world that we live in.